Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And we have our first official series for the second round of the NBA playoffs, the Western Conference. The top seeded Denver Nuggets will be playing the fourth seeded Phoenix Suns. In my opinion, this series definitely has the potential to be quite the doozy. Two teams that are amongst the favorites in the NBA to win the title, especially coming out of the West. Both teams took 5 games to dispatch of their first round opponent. The Nuggets winning in Game 5 last night against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Suns winning in Game 5 against the Los Angeles Clippers. Of course, Clippers did not have Paul George that whole series. Kawhi Leonard came out that he has a torn meniscus in his knee. He wasn't able to play much of the series, but the Suns definitely looked quite lethal, and the Nuggets have been the top seed in the Western Conference for much of the season. So in that playoff series, the Nuggets mostly were going with an 8-man rotation. Of course, their starting lineup of Murray, Jokic, Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Bruce Brown, Jeff Green, the ageless Jeff Green, and to a lesser extent, Christian Braun was coming off the bench. But again, those 5 guys stay healthy in the starting lineup all season. That's been one of the best lineups. So without question, they need those 5 to stay healthy, most likely, in order for them to advance. Meanwhile, the Suns have mostly been going with a 9-man rotation, to a lesser extent, Damian Lee. Although Cameron Payne did just come back from injury, played 3 minutes in last night's game, but of course starting lineup of Booker, Durant, Ayton, Paul, and Craig. So the odds for this series extremely close. According to DraftKings Sportsbook, they have the Suns as a -140, Nuggets +120. Yes, the Suns finished as the 4 seed. What was their record? 45-37. 8 games behind the Nuggets, 53-29. But for much of the season, they did not have Kevin Durant, and even when they did get him, he did suffer a ankle injury that kept him out for a little bit of time. But in the regular season, the Suns did go 8-0 with Durant in the regular season, and now 4-1 in the playoffs for a 12-1 record. The two teams met each other 3 times in the regular season, with the Nuggets winning 2 out of 3. But I don't know how much you could take that into effect when previewing this series, because I believe Booker was out at least one of the 2 games, if not both, that the Nuggets won. And the third game, Jokic, Porter, and Murray were out. Kevin Durant was not on the Suns for those first 2 games. So I'm not going to take much into effect there. Also, 2 seasons ago, the Suns and Nuggets met in the second round of the playoffs, and the Suns were able to sweep them. Again, different team. Jamal Murray, who has been a postseason savant, was out for that series, did not play in that series. Michael Porter Jr. has improved since then. Aaron Gordon has become a much better player since that was his first half season with the Nuggets. So again, not taking much into that, although you can take a little bit from it. Jamal Murray, once again, just completely showing off in this postseason in the 5-game win over the Timberwolves. 27.2 points, 5.6 rebounds, 6.4 assists, shooting 42.9% from 3 on 8.4 attempts. Jokic, nearly a triple-double, 26.2, 12.4, 9.0. Even with his worst shooting effort in his postseason career last night, still made so many plays at the end of the game that helped the Nuggets eliminate the Minnesota Timberwolves. 2-time reigning MVP this season. He's likely to finish as the runner-up. But again, and I mentioned it during their first round series, an injury to a player will be crucial. If they, it would hurt them big time if one of their players in the rotation get hurt, because they just don't have a lot of depth. So that will be interesting to see. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that both teams are able to stay healthy. We know Chris Paul and Kevin Durant have had injury issues in the past, although they've been healthy coming into the playoffs the last few games and played all 5 games of the series. Amazingly, in the Suns opening round series, Kevin Durant was not the first option. He still averaged 28.4 points per game. But Devin Booker, 37.2 points a contest, 5 rebounds, 6.4 assists, 2.6 steals, shot 60.2% from the field, 46.7% from three-point territory, and 85.7% from the free throw line. So according to OptaStats, they mentioned that Devin Booker is the second player in NBA history to average 35 points per game while shooting at least 60% from the field, 80% from the line in a playoff series. The other one to do it, Michael Jordan, the first round in 1992. That came against the Miami Heat. That was also an opening round series when it was a best of 5. So the Bulls dispatched the Heat in 3 games. So Booker did it in 2 more games and also shooting a 33 pointers, I believe. Michael Jordan did not attempt a 3-point shot in that series. So again, Las Vegas has this matchup very evenly matched up. Nuggets were the top seed, but Suns played much of the season without Kevin Durant. One big thing here is going to be, how Denver defends when, they try to. When Phoenix puts Nikola Jokic in a bunch of pick and rolls, how will the Nuggets defend those? And, will Phoenix have the power to stop Jokic and Jamal Murray? Jokic may not have been as efficient in that series against the T-Wolves as he was in the regular season, but keep in mind, Rudy Gobert was guarding him. No, Rudy Gobert's maybe not quite the defender he was with Utah, winning Defensive Player of the Year, but he's definitely an improvement over DeAndre Ayton. The Suns, as I mentioned, I think I said 9-man rotation. So off the bench, Josh Okogie, Bismack Biyombo, Landry Shamet, probably Cameron Payne. Since Denver's such an offensive team, I wonder if they dust off TJ Warren and Terrence Ross, who combined to play 10 minutes total in that opening round series. Those are 2 guys that could give you instant offense. But what are your thoughts? Who do you think advances in the second round series? The series will take place beginning on Saturday, game 1 in Denver. To be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if the home team wins every game in this series. Is it likely to happen? No, I'm just saying it's definitely a possibility. Before the season, I picked Denver to reach the NBA Finals. So I'm going to stick with my pick. I'm going to say Denver wins in 7 games. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who's taking this could be classic second round series? Don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.